They say the police are the thin blue line between order and chaos. This phrase has been ingrained in our collective consciousness, symbolizing the crucial role that law enforcement plays in maintaining societal stability. We rely on them to keep us safe, to uphold the law. From directing traffic to responding to emergencies, their presence is a constant reminder of the safety net that allows us to go about our daily lives without fear. But what happens when that line blurs? When the distinction between protector and aggressor becomes indistinct, the very foundation of trust begins to crumble. When the protectors become the perpetrators, instances of police misconduct and excessive force have sparked outrage and fear, leading to a growing divide between law enforcement and the communities they serve. We've seen it time and again, a breakdown of trust, a descent into violence. Protests erupt, communities are torn apart, and the cycle of mistrust and hostility perpetuates itself. It's a story as old as time, but it doesn't have to be this way. History has shown us both the failures and the successes of policing, offering lessons that can guide us toward a better future. We need to remember police officers are not warriors, they are guardians. Their role is not to conquer but to protect, to serve as the shield that safeguards our communities. Their job is to protect and serve all citizens, regardless of race, religion, or creed. This means embracing diversity and understanding the unique needs and challenges of different communities. This means understanding the communities they police, building relationships based on mutual respect. Trust is not given, it is earned through consistent positive interactions and a genuine commitment to the well-being of all citizens. It's about de-escalation, not domination. Effective policing requires skills in conflict resolution, empathy, and communication. By focusing on these areas, officers can diffuse potentially volatile situations and prevent unnecessary violence. Community engagement is key. When officers are seen as members of the community rather than outsiders, it fosters a sense of unity and cooperation. Programs that encourage officers to participate in local events, mentor youth, and engage in community service can bridge the gap between law enforcement and the public. Recognition and appreciation go a long way. When officers are acknowledged for their positive contributions, it reinforces the values of service and protection. Celebrating these moments can inspire others and build a culture of respect and gratitude. Continuous training and education are essential. Policing is an ever-evolving field, and officers must be equipped with the latest knowledge and skills to effectively serve their communities. Ongoing professional development ensures that they are prepared to handle the complexities of modern society. Collaboration and partnership with community leaders can lead to innovative solutions and a more harmonious relationship between law enforcement and the public. By working together, we can create a safer, more just society for everyone. Ultimately, the goal is to build a community where everyone feels safe, respected, and valued. By reimagining the role of police officers as guardians rather than warriors, we can pave the way for a brighter, more inclusive future. Los Angeles, 1992. Rodney King, an unarmed black man brutally beaten by LAPD officers. The world watched in horror as the grainy footage played on loop. This wasn't just police brutality, it was a blatant abuse of power, a complete disregard for human dignity. The acquittal of the officers sparked outrage, igniting the city in flames. The Rodney King riots were a wake-up call, a stark reminder of what happens when justice is denied, when communities feel unheard and unseen. Fast forward to 1999 New York City. Amadou Diallo, an unarmed West African immigrant, shot 41 times by police officers. They mistook his wallet for a gun. 41 shots. A tragic case of mistaken identity, fueled by fear, prejudice, and a lack of proper training. These are not isolated incidents, they are symptoms of a systemic problem. A problem that demands our attention, our action. We can't afford to stay silent. We can't afford to look away. Respect is not a privilege, it's a fundamental human right. It's the bedrock of any civilized society, and it's crucial for effective policing. When police officers treat people with respect, they foster trust, they encourage cooperation. It's about seeing the humanity in every individual regardless of their background, their appearance, or their circumstances. It's about listening, understanding, and responding with empathy, not aggression. Section 5. Broken trust, broken communities. When trust is broken between law enforcement and the communities they serve, it creates a dangerous divide. People become afraid to call for help, fearing they'll become victims themselves. This breeds suspicion, resentment, and ultimately, more violence. We need to bridge this gap, to rebuild trust through dialogue, transparency, and accountability. This means holding officers accountable for their actions, rooting out corruption, and addressing systemic racism within police departments. Section 6. Implicit bias, the silent threat to justice. We all have biases, unconscious prejudices that shape our perceptions and influence our actions. In policing, implicit bias can have deadly consequences. It can lead to racial profiling, excessive force, and wrongful convictions. We need to acknowledge the existence of implicit bias and provide officers with the tools to recognize and address their own biases. This requires ongoing training, education, and cultural sensitivity programs. Section 7. Community policing, building bridges, not walls. Community policing is not just about walking the beat, it's about building relationships, understanding the needs of the community, and working together to find solutions. It's about seeing residents as partners, not suspects. When police officers are embedded in the community, when they know the people they serve, they are better equipped to de-escalate situations, to prevent crime, and to build trust. Section 8. Reimagining law enforcement, a holistic approach. We need to move away from the US versus them mentality. This adversarial mindset only serves to deepen the divide between law enforcement and the communities they are meant to protect. By fostering mutual respect and understanding, we can build stronger, safer neighborhoods. Police officers are not an occupying force. They are members of the community they serve. They live, work, and raise their families in these neighborhoods. When officers are seen as integral parts of the community, trust is built, and cooperation becomes the norm rather than the exception. We need a holistic approach to law enforcement that addresses the root causes of crime, poverty, lack of opportunity, and systemic racism. This means looking beyond traditional policing methods and incorporating strategies that tackle these underlying issues head-on. This means investing in education, job training, and mental health services. By providing individuals with the tools and resources they need to succeed, we can prevent crime before it starts. Education opens doors to new opportunities. Job training equips people with the skills they need to thrive in the workforce. And mental health services offer crucial support to those in need. It means creating a more just and equitable society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. When we invest in our communities and prioritize the well-being of all residents, we lay the foundation for a brighter future. This holistic approach to law enforcement is not just about reducing crime. It's about building a society where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered to reach their full potential. Section 9. Towards a Safer Tomorrow, the power of proper training. In today's world, the role of police officers is more critical than ever. They are the frontline defenders of our communities, tasked with maintaining peace and order. But to do this effectively, they need more than just a badge and a gun. They need comprehensive and continuous training. Proper training is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation upon which effective policing is built. Without it, officers are ill-equipped to handle the myriad of situations they encounter daily. From high-stress confrontations to routine traffic stops, every scenario requires a specific set of skills and knowledge. It's about equipping officers with the skills and knowledge they need to do their jobs effectively and safely. This includes de-escalation techniques, conflict resolution, cultural sensitivity, and implicit bias training. De-escalation techniques help officers manage tense situations without resorting to force. Conflict resolution skills enable them to mediate disputes and find peaceful solutions. Cultural sensitivity training ensures they understand and respect the diverse communities they serve. Implicit bias training helps them recognize and mitigate unconscious prejudices that could affect their judgment. It's about creating a culture of accountability and transparency within police departments where policies are clear and expectations are set high. Officers must understand that they are accountable not only to their superiors, but also to the communities they serve. Transparency in operations builds trust and fosters a cooperative relationship between the police and the public, where officers are encouraged to report misconduct. This is crucial for maintaining integrity within the force. When officers feel safe to report wrongdoing without fear of retaliation, It helps root out corruption and fosters a culture of honesty and ethical behavior, and where bad apples are held accountable for their actions. Disciplinary measures must be fair and consistent, ensuring that those who violate the law or departmental policies face appropriate consequences. This not only deters misconduct, but also reassures the public that justice is being served. By investing in our police officers, we are investing in the safety and well-being of our communities. Training programs should be ongoing, adapting to new challenges, and incorporating the latest best practices in law enforcement. By providing them with the training and support they need, we ensure they are prepared for any situation. Support systems, such as mentoring programs and mental health resources, are also vital. These resources help officers cope with the stresses of the job and maintain their physical and mental well-being. We can create a safer tomorrow for everyone. When officers are well-trained and supported, they are more effective in their roles, leading to safer communities. They can build stronger relationships with the public based on mutual respect and trust. This is not just about reforming the police, it's about transforming our communities. Comprehensive training and support for officers are essential components of broader police reform efforts. These efforts aim to create a more just and equitable society where everyone feels safe and protected. It's about transforming our communities. By fostering a culture of continuous learning and improvement within police departments, we can ensure that officers are always at their best. This transformation benefits everyone, creating a future where communities and law enforcement work together in harmony.